Goldsboro was your second black incorporated township within the United States. The first was Eatonville. And Eatonville was founded by a man named Joe Clark. Joseph Clark and William Clark were brothers. 5 years after the founding of Eatonville, his brother William Clark founded Goldsboro, where I'm from. And what's so significant about those two brothers? Goldsboro was founded in 1891. 5 years before that, Eatonville. Remember, the last emancipation of those that were enslaved was in 1865. Blacks were not allowed to read, write, communicate, but you had two black men that were brothers that incorporated entire cities. And that's the remarkable story we like to tell at the Goldsboro Museums. And so a couple of things that I do have I brought with me. One, we have the Goldsboro Elementary School, which was founded in 1893, making it one of the oldest schools in the nation. If you know where Goldsboro Elementary sits at today, during the back entrance, it was normally the front entrance, but the back entrance of the school today, across the street there's an empty field. That was the original school in 1893. And in that field, there's still a big oak tree that sits there. And it was said that that's where the students got paddled by Miss Joanna. And my aunt was one of them. And if you know my aunt, Miss Frances Oliver, we have her here. That is her school picture. That is the original school. We have more of the students here. And in those days, we were labor. So we had to often work as Sanford was your #1 exporter of celery. And when we were out in the fields, of course you got dirty. But on picture day, you'll notice in all of the pictures, the children look like they have on the same clothes. Well, they would take it off and give it to the next one so they would look nice in their pictures. Here we have the teacher's monthly report. And this, the teacher's report still hasn't changed very much. This is a report that we have from 1908. All right? And this very pretty lady here is Miss Ingrid Nathan, who is one of our panelists. And I knew she would be here because I sat on the committee. And so I wanted to bring her. And she is your first black woman and first black to integrate Seminole County Public Schools. And so she... So she was 14 years old. She had to be protected by dogs. She got death threats. She was called all sorts of names, but everything but a child of God. And she remained a school teacher for Seminole County Public Schools for over 30 years as well. All right, of course, a lot of people do remember, I was talking to Mr. Haynes and Mr. Hutley. Remember the drinking fountain was white, and this is original. This did come out of the city of Sanford. Everything we have is within scope. We have some of our books by our authors here. One of the stories that we like to tell is the story of Little Pickaninnies. And older blacks don't say the word pickaninny or kid. Because pickaninny was a word that was described to talk to blacks and degrade them. As you can see from the picture, their hair is uncombed or messy, their clothes are dirty, they are dirty. With unkept knees and unkept socks and what have you. It was meant to degrade blacks and say that they needed the hand and teachings of whites because they were not so smart that they couldn't take care of themselves, but they were really nice creatures. It is the words that we use. And so the word pickaninnies was meant to degrade blacks. So instead of saying pickaninnies, they often use the words and say, hey kid. And so you hear older blacks, they still don't use the word kid. They will say, come here child, or come here children. Till this day, I've never heard my aunt or anyone older of certain ages, they never called me a kid because it was meant to use to degrade us. Now the word doesn't hurt anymore because now it's so widely used. But that is where the word came from. Here we also have in our gardens, we actually grow cotton. And so this is some carton that we do grow at the Goldsboro Museums. It encompasses the Goldsboro Westside Community Historical Association, encompasses 3 museums, the Goldsboro Museum, the Cruz Academy Museum, and the Francis Oliver Cultural Arts and Goldsboro Welcome Center. 2 gardens. Those 2 gardens go to feed 6 downtown restaurants and 2 5-star rated chefs. And the food that is not sold to those restaurants is actually given to the community for free. And we also have Paige Jackson Cemetery. I did not have enough room on my table, but that is the last, we purchased Paige Jackson Cemetery from the state of Florida 2 years ago during Black History Month. We just had a ceremony out there. And so I have my cards on the table. We do have quite a few events going on for the next 2 weeks. We do have on the 21st, we have a permanent exhibition that will be going on at both the Goldsboro Museums and the Seminole County Historic Museums. And it's the opening reception on the 21st from 5 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. And we're talking about all of the Black communities within Seminole County. So there'll be Jamestown, Snow Hill, Wynwood, all of the Black communities within Seminole County, and a permanent exhibition dedicated to them. And then on the 21st, we have the Goldsboro Museum and Sanford Historic Trust. If you would just like to learn more about the Sanford Historic Trust or the Goldsboro Museum, come on by for a tour at 7 p.m. And then the 23rd, we actually have Black Panther showing in our Goldsboro Art Square. So we have an outdoor movie where you bring your lawn chairs. We're happy to partner with the Seminole County Sheriff's Department. They'll be providing snow cones and popcorn. And then the 28th, we have Blacks in Seminole County Politics, which should be an interesting subject. An interesting subject. So learn about the past, present, and future of Seminole County public politics. And so thank you so much. It was a pleasure joining y'all. And if y'all have any questions.
Thank you.
All right. Here we go.